Hello, we're going to be looking at area and perimeter. So let's remember that area is the amount of space inside a figure, in the inside of the figure. And it uses square units. And we find the formula for area is area equals length times width. Okay, this is called the formula. And we can find these formulas in our reference charts that we're using in class. Okay, the perimeter is the distance around a figure. And the formula can look many ways. These are three of the ways that it can look. Perimeter equals 2L plus 2W. This means that you multiply the length. You find the length and you multiply it by 2. Find the width and you multiply it by 2. And then you add those together. If it's a square rectangle, you can also add the side. I'll add the sides 4 times. Another one is similar to the first one. Except they use parentheses here. 2 times L. And then 2 times W, and then add them together. Okay, these are called the formulas for area and perimeter. It's very important to know the difference between these two because many people confuse them. Remember that area is, they want to know how much space is inside the figure. Perimeter, the distance around a figure. So 2 things you need to know. What is area and perimeter and how to find it. So make sure we know those. Let's do a couple of examples. Okay, here we have a square and we need to find the area and we need to find the perimeter of the square. Now to solve this, we need to know that a square has equal lengths, okay, congruent sides. So if one side measures 5, then the whole thing measures 5 all around because a square has equal sides, congruent sides. Remember, congruent means the same. So a lot of problems will tell you it's a square and they'll give you one side. And you have to know that a square has equal sides. So if one side is 5, the whole thing is 5. Now remember to find the area. We do area equals length times width. So here you're going to multiply 5 times 5 because you multiply length times width. So you do 5 times 5, which is 25. So the area of the square is 25 centimeters. Okay, for the perimeter, remember we add all the sides, and the formula for perimeter is right here. Okay, remember we can use this formula. We just add all the sides together. So we have to do 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. However many parts there are, that's how many numbers you must add. The square has 4 sides, so we add 4 numbers. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. So we can count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 centimeters is the perimeter. Okay, that's this example. Let's do this last example. A lot of times they will give you the whole, like right here, and they want you to find the missing lengths. Okay, so for this one, we can use part, whole. And whenever we're working with perimeter, you can almost always use part, whole because we have whole and we have parts. Here, the whole is 220 centimeters. And you must know that a rectangle has opposite sides that are parallel and congruent. So that means this side is equal to this side and this side is equal to this side. Opposite means right here, opposite of each other. So if this is 100, this is 100. Sometimes they'll label it for you, but sometimes you have to know that if this is 100, this is 100, because in a rectangle, opposite sides are parallel and congruent. So I know 2 parts. I know that there's 2 side lengths that equal 100. So usually to find the perimeter, you add all the sides, but this one is a little different because they give you the whole and you have to find the missing parts. So there are 2 parts that we don't know. So let's think about this. We've done these kind of problems before. How do we find these missing parts? Well, the first step is to combine the parts. 100 plus 100 gives us 200. And now next we take it away from the whole. 220 minus 200 gives me 20. So that does not mean that this is 20 and this is 20. What that means is that together it's 20. So you have to split this in half. or divide by 2. But most likely you can do this in your head. If not, that's okay. You just divide it. You do 20 divided by 2. And when you divide by 2, you split it into 2 equal parts. 20 divided by 2 is 10, because 10 plus 10 is 20. 10 and 10. So the missing side lengths are 10 centimeters. Now let's double check this. What is a way to check our work when we're working with part, whole? Well, if you add all the parts, it equals a whole, because part, whole is like a puzzle piece. All the parts are like the puzzles, and you put them together to equal the whole. Okay, I have 100 plus 100 is 200. 10 plus 10 is 20. 200 plus 20 is 220.